starting to think I should just skip this entire section, because honestly, I'm just tired of doing the tutorial over and over again. Guess what I can do is just run through the majority of it. When do we get ROM hacks for skipping tutorial? I could just say no to the tutorial message. I don't know. I'm not even... I wasn't exactly going into this wanting to do that death really pissed me off, so I just said do it again. Because that's a really shitty death. Enemy frickin' dead angle against the wall. And to think dead angling is still present even in Sekiro. I didn't realize just how satisfying the riposte animation is for this weapon. They did fix it in the remaster. Oh, that's good to know. From Software themselves couldn't fix it. Somebody else had to do it for them. I don't know. I've played the remastered through at least 3 or 4 times. I don't do PvP and stuff, so I wouldn't notice the dead angle and stuff like that. I don't know. I definitely noticed dead angle in this game. PvP only fix? You know? Other than backstab useful? Is that what do things that make anything else than backstab useful? Yeah, backstabs pretty useful in this game. And completely useless in Dark Souls 2. Completely useful in Dark Souls 3. Such an annoying stomp. He steps to the side of it, and if you're standing a little bit too close to him when he does it, he stops. It's just like, it's not even an attack. That's what makes it most infuriating. It's literally just him moving. And it's not even obvious to anybody doing this for the first time. I know, I get mad at that attack every single time I see it happen to me. Because it's such a cheap attack. And I know how to avoid it, but I still get hit by it. Because he'll still do it in the middle of an animation I'm not expecting. He has certain animations where you're more than likely to get hit. And it's mostly when he's after when it's after him doing an attack and not a butt slam. But sometimes he'll do it after a butt slam too. He more often does it after attacks. He will swing, and then he will always sidestep, because he can lock onto you when he's not looking. And when he does that, he will lock onto you and then sidestep, turn around on you. Because I'm going to assume From Software thought it was weird to have an enemy turn on a dime to face you, like in Dark Souls 2, where Turtle can face you 360 degrees, but you can't get behind him, otherwise he falls on his back. That kind of weird, jank-looking thing. I still like Dark Souls 2. That game just has a lot of weird things in it. Also, I hate Dark Souls 2. How about that? Why isn't my microphone picking up my audio increase? It's like I increased the gain, but it still says I'm not even that loud. I'm trying to not talk loud. All the games in the series have something. Yeah, pretty much. This one's the most consistently jank, I'd say. Just because, well, it's the first game. From Software wasn't even much of a AAA developer up to this point. Dark Souls is the most fun for offline PvE. Demon Souls is the best atmosphere. Yeah, I think Demon Souls is always my favorite atmosphere because it feels more grounded. Dark Souls has the most continuous world, most cohesive world, at the cost of being more gamey and more fantasy based. Like, I know all the areas here are pretty generic levels in retrospect, but Dark Souls has hell. It has a literal hell. Just kind of something that Demon Souls never had. You have a literal heaven and a literal hell. Demon Souls has spooky towers outside at dark and a really dank swamp. You want PvP, it's DS2 and 3. Yeah, everybody tells me the best thing about DS2 is character variety and customization and PvP. And I imagine the little odd nitpicks that I would have made about PvP, like the lack of an infinite, like, eye invasion stone and stuff. Most people would just gloss over, I would think, because the PvP is that good. Oh, the axe is too thin. Thin? Is that what I meant to say? I meant to say short. Technically, you could just do it under and just run right through. I'm never coming back through this area again unless I die. But I'm too slow, I guess. Normally, you're supposed to be one-handing because the one-handed attacks move enemies out of the way. You can do infinite duels in DS2? Oh, that's good to know. Glad to know somebody. I was misinformed and somebody corrected me. Dang it. Can you get out of the way? Thanks. You get invasion orb as a reward, or I suppose you can find some of them somewhere. I imagine there's like a vendor for selling them, isn't there? I assume it's the Blood Bro guy who sells them to you. I imagine, now that I think about it, I can see why they would make it a finite material. It incentivizes the player that likes the PvP to continue PvPing, otherwise they won't be able to PvP anymore, or invade. But you want to restrict your memory. Oh yeah, the gaping ring, right? Well, I mean, you got 4 ring slots. And I imagine there are better rings than others. In fact, there are so much better rings that some rings are just going to be completely overlooked, right? Or are most of the rings in Dark Souls 2 actually pretty good? I need to do like a... Maybe I'll like do some kind of subscription goal or something. Because I want more subs. And I guess the best way to do that is to like bait people into subscribing so I can play Dark Souls 2 and get another emote. But if you buy orbs, your memory will go up. Continue to keep earning souls. Oh yeah, you're right. I had to think about that because Gaping Ring just absorbs all souls, doesn't it? Most Band-Aid fix ever? Yeah, it sounds like it. Oh, come on. Well, I didn't want to backstab it. That works. He got the backstab! Nice. I've never seen him do that. Hell, I wonder if you can get him to riposte an enemy. Maybe lack of a proper cancer swamp. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. But then again, I don't PvP much, so I can't really... Bridges and dragons. There can only be one axe, man. Guess I'll save his scrawny ass. I almost forgot to talk to him. Sunny feeling game in the series? What do you mean? You mean like the atmosphere? Or how bright it is? Like how all the environments seem to be pretty well lit? Like even in this area, it's like some kind of Twilight thing going on here. Like a dusk, cloudy, murky area. Yeah, I got that feel. Heck, I mean, I always say this, but I've never played the DLC for Dark Souls 2. I should have played it already. Plus, I feel like Dark Souls 2 is like a completely different game from the other games. Hey, I got a broken sword. Like, Dark Souls 2 was all about ambush mentality. Like, every single situation in that game that I can think of has, like, a hidden enemy somewhere, waiting off camera to hit you. And it was one of those things about Dark Souls 2 I could just never get my head around. Because, you know, it has Dark Souls in the title, so you're expecting it to be like the other one. But then it's not. Ah, I missed. Did you not? Yeah, I thought the same thing. They really like throwing gangs of enemies at you. And it's not like Dark Souls and Demon Souls don't do that. It's more like they mostly threw the enemies out in your face, so that when you were walking up on them, you knew they were there. Even Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, I can't think of many situations where you just walk into a room and a couple of dudes drop out of nowhere to hit you. Like, if anything, Demon Souls has more of those. But you can actually prepare for them. See, you see them right there. Those are the two guys right there that jump down on you in this entire level. But then there's another group up ahead that are just sort of hanging back. But if you know what to do, you can preemptively bait them into coming after you. But in Dark Souls 2, you can't do that. If you hit one enemy by his lonesome, he pulls like another couple of 3 or 4 dudes with him. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Iron Keep is a pretty good example of not that. You can definitely... Yeah, I can definitely concede that. I think Iron Keep actually doesn't have as many ambushes. And the moment he gets to you, another enemy shows up. I'm trying to think. I remember most of the layout for that area. So let's see. You come in the front door. There are 2 dudes on both sides of the door, I think. And then you come in, there's a guy behind a pillar, and then there's a guy near the fire thingamajig. And then a couple of guys up the stairs. There's one guy that's sitting in front of one of the arbalists. There's quite a few dudes. And the way that level was set up at the beginning is kind of just like a narrow chute that kind of allows you to pull back and bait a lot of enemies into a narrow corridor. I've mostly played vanilla. I've barely played Scholar. I didn't even finish Scholar because I got so pissed off at it. Because it felt like in Scholar they added more samurai dudes to Iron Keep for some stupid ass reason. Like, I thought vanilla Dark Souls 2 had enough of those guys, but it felt like they added more. And I have no way of confirming that. Or move very slowly. Yeah, I remembered I did that with the one that you mentioned on the bridge. Because 9 times out of 10, his pathing breaks and he just falls into the muck or the lava below. In Scholar. I suppose I'll have to play through Scholar at least once. Point out all the weird changes that they did to say that they upgraded the game. Like, I remember they put the keys for the DLC into places in the map. Just to say, oh, now you get the keys in the world. So it's like Dark Souls now, where they just sort of put them in arbitrary places and make it even more obfuscated, I guess. Basically, you start to do something fun till you get tired of all the shit that game gives you. That sounds like Demon Souls a little bit. Demon Souls gives me a lot of shit. Like, forgot that this guy was here. I don't know why. Then go full rapier, stone ring, Rob Flynn. Oh yeah, I definitely, the last time I played Dark Souls 2, I did rapiers. Or just one rapier, because one rapier is all you need, really. I know double rapier gives you double the fun. Double rapier, double fun. Quit doing the animation. Come on, thanks. Maybe I can do a strength build next. The last, let's see, first build I ever did was longsword, I think. Yeah, I used a longsword because the longsword was actually kind of cool in Dark Souls 2. Pixel. When you're getting up, do another pancakes. And another. And another. I like pancakes. I'll have to figure out where a Great Club is. Isn't there one like sitting around somewhere? PvE weapons balances off so much it's not even funny. Well, I'm gonna get a hit. That's fine though. Yeah. If I don't throw fast enough, get all the health back. There's not enough of them to heal him back. I'll just be here wondering what I'm doing with my life. This works reset. Maybe I should do Bloodborne next. Bloodborne or Dragon Souls 2. I don't know. Flushed some other Dark Souls like. Inferno Climber. I said I was gonna go back to it, but then I remembered how annoying that game is. Enemies that can combo you off of any attack. Even though they have the same attacks as you. But for some reason, their attacks knock you off, all their attacks knock you off the ground, but you only have one attack that can sort of knock enemies off the ground. And then couple that with inconsistent attack mechanics across weapon classes. Like, bows are the most cumbersome weapon to use in that game. Like, you have to have like a book to know how to use a bow for whatever reason. Like very esoteric combat or control scheme for that thing. And then couple that with the fact that it's not exactly a Dark Souls clone, it's more like a roguelike. So when your character dies, you lose everything and you have to start with another character. And couple that with the fact that the game progresses. The game has like a progression system that it saves the levels that you completed. So it's like, if it's not a roguelike, why does it treat the character's death like a roguelike? Because now you have to go back to the level again, pick up the same equipment that you lost the first time. Like, I didn't understand it at all. And then like a hunger mechanic where your character gets hungry like every 2 minutes. And a cooking mechanic that feels very poorly thought out because it gives you a lot of food. Like, you find a lot of food when I found a lot of food, like an obscene amount of food, so much food that I couldn't carry it all. But you need a specific ingredient just to cook the food, and it's like the most arbitrary thing in the entire game. Like, random ass fruit that doesn't exist in real world. But they use it as a means of, oh, you can't just cook whenever you want. And then couple that with the fact that you don't even have a cooking stove available to you very easily. Like, that game is like super weird to the point that I didn't want to be. I didn't feel like dealing with it, and it felt like unnecessary backtracking just for the sake of padding the game. Because if I was complaining about Dark Souls 2 throwing groups of enemies at you, this game is guilty of doing it too. Like, you only see one enemy aggro on you, and then all of a sudden, like, literally 4 other dudes that are completely on the other side of the map know you're there, and they all just conglomerate on you all at once. And it's not even like the game was programmed to do that. It's more like your character just happened to be within their neck of the woods that one time. Because the next time you come back through there, nobody sees you except the one guy that you hit the first time. So aggro, for enemy aggro, is inconsistent or felt off or inconsistent. And then, like I said, ambush mechanics. There was a lot of ambushes. There were a couple of times where you would have to go to the same place in the game again once you died to get a bow. And when you do that, the way back, a couple of dudes drop down, very similar to the guys here in Boletaria. They're standing on a wall, off camera, waiting for you to run by. And then couple that with, they have cheeps. Like, it's Mario, where an enemy fish will jump out of the water in a suicide attempt to kill you. Like, the enemy is so vicious, it will kill itself in the process of trying to it's really weird. It really disappointed me too, because the game had a really cool style. It made me think of like PS2 era. What is the name of that one game? Okage or something like that? It reminded me of the art style of that game. But it wasn't exactly like that. Like, very cheap style characters. It also had one of the most annoying menus in the entire series of menus. Like, it literally makes every item you're carrying available to you on a quick menu. And you have no choice but to interact with that menu. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Do I go into my inventory, or do I go to my quick menu? It's so weird. I know I'm complaining a lot. It's a $3 game, so it's not like I'm gonna lose sleep or anything about it. I feel like I put people off because I complain too much. Probably why I always just talk to myself. I guess I should just shut my face, huh? I'm up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm just talking to myself like some nut. Getting my parries anymore. Guess I'm just gonna use this axe. I've never actually, I don't think I've actually completed a run or a permadeath run with this weapon yet. Making sure that the buddy... I always forget that this guy has more HP than the other miners. For whatever reason he just does. That guy too. Yep. It's a Souls game when enemies can attack through other enemies. Only game I can think of where that is a thing. Or only series of games that I can think of where that's a thing. Poke through walls? Yeah, I remember those. I've been poked through walls by these pickaxe guys. Great. I also love the fact that he can shoot from like 180 degrees below him. Or straight down, I should say, is what I meant to say. He just shoots straight down from his position. Oh yeah, this weapon especially has a really satisfying animation. I'm pretty surprised by that. I never really paid attention to just how satisfying its animation is compared to everybody else's. Then again, it is the Hornet Ring. Come on, what the fuck? I really shouldn't just get angry at this kind of stupid stuff, but it's like, what the fuck? I should be able to run on a straight line, right? I don't even drink. I'm not drunk. Yeah, see, there it is. Easy. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of several of the bigger weapons just use that animation, and then they just added it to a lot of the weapons in the later games with the Hornet Ring. Especially the kick. I especially like the kick that is added with that ring. It looks really funny. I like to think that From Software has a sense of humor with some of its animations. Like the Snake Man in Sen's Fortress. I think the way that they get reposted is hilarious. The way that their heads have some kind of animated effects to them where they bob up and down unlike that of a normal person's head. Because you would think they would just animate it in a way that it looks like a human character with like another skin on top of, or another mesh on top of it and stuff like that. But I think they did a pretty good job with the Snake Man. do full damage to that guy. That's good. Demon Souls, where sometimes you just don't do a full riposte damage. What? Is that right? Or do these guys just have a higher resistance to axes? Maybe that's what it is. Nope! That's not what it is at all. And it's only with weapons that have direct damage, too, that this happens. Happens in DS2? Really? That's... I'm kind of surprised, but... I'm not really sure. This guy has more HP than everybody else in this entire level. For some reason, this one miner has more HP than all the other ones. He has like 183, it looked like. Maybe this guy has it too. Nope. See, this guy has 158. He does a third less damage. Oh, sorry, I ran right into that guy when he was working. I forget that I have a bow. I don't really use the bow that much. I think I'm going to play Super Mario 64 after I'm done with this. Not like today, mind you, but it'll probably be my next other game to play. I had Parasite Eve going, but honestly, I don't like Parasite Eve that much, so I'm probably just not going to finish it. I don't feel bad about it either. I was thinking about it for a second, because it's like, I wanted to play it, but then I got into it and I just lost interest. Trying to think about whether or not this is going to be this is probably just going to be a quality axe like every other one. Stars, is that a ranking thing in that game? Sounds like it is. I know so little about Parasite Eve. All I know is I was looking into how to get good weapons in that game. Literally the best weapon is a weapon you have to farm for. Oh, that game? Yeah, I remember. You need like, I think 70 minimum to beat the game. But I don't know how many per level. Like, I played through Banjo-Kazooie. I was able to stream like almost all of it before I rage quit near the end, but I beat it off stream. And a lot of the stuff in that game, you literally have to unlock almost 90, you have to get like 99% of the stuff just to get access to some of the stuff in the later thing. Hey, Medieval Freak Show. Yeah, I was gonna try to play Mario 64. I don't know why I misunderstood what you said, Asmonka. I guess I'm just not thinking really hard at the moment. Demon Souls is like my brain off game, I guess. Shouldn't be, because obviously that just happened. But yeah, Mario 64 is probably going to be the next thing I play. Oh, I love it when that happens. Oh, dang it. This time lock-on is pretty inconsistent sometimes. Maybe I'll get lucky in the mirror. Nope. Alright, quality axe. Oh, this guy gave up and went back to work. Will I use the Mirrored axe like a pro? I haven't used it in a really long time. I did do a no-death run with it already. I think it was like one of my first runs. Way back last year or 2 years ago. I don't know how long I've been doing these runs. Now that I think about it. There's like a list somewhere on my page that says where I've done runs, and I'm pretty sure Mirrodin is near the bottom. It was your weapon? Your first weapon? What was my first weapon? Yeah, I didn't get the... I know I definitely didn't have the game on release. I wasn't even into Souls games when this game came out. Though I did play Oblivion and Skyrim, which there's some very obvious cues that this game takes from those games. If I remember correctly, there was like a rumor going around that this game took some of the stuff from Oblivion just in an attempt to sell, because Sony wanted an Oblivion clone or something like that. So there was a chart on how to use a Mirrodin hammer like a pro. It was the weapon people bitched about. Oh, weapon unbalance. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of broken weapons in this game, and it was just something From Software never did anything about, because From Software didn't even treat this game like a multiplayer game. They just treated it like a game. They threw it up. There were a couple of glitches that were pretty known that they fixed, and then the US never even experienced them from what I remember. But like I said, I didn't buy the game on release, so all I have for this kind of information is stuff that I've seen on the internet. But then, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of weapon imbalance in this game. You got daggers that are stronger than swords. You got great weapons that have hyper armor during wind-up animations. You got broken-ass animations where you can cancel an animation into another animation in certain situations. You can break your riposte animations. Well, yeah, this game's totally not broken. That's not me complaining, though. I just like... There's a lot of things I like learning about this game. Instant push lock dual katana. Yeah. You pretty much stun lock other players to death with certain weapons. Did I get everything on the board? Don't even need another ring. I'm just gonna put that ring on anyway. Yeah, because katanas are especially broken in this game. Yuchi, I've definitely done a run on that. That running attack on that weapon seems incredibly broken. Like, it's just almost instant the way that it works. The Thief's Ring is also pretty broken. I'm using it now. The boss should see me the moment I walk through the door. Oh wow, I actually got hit. That's not good. Side roll, which is also not even. I think I'm gonna get a fire blast. I'm gonna get a premature fire blast. I'm betting on it. Oh, I didn't get one. Okay. That's weird. There's an animation cycle that, at the very beginning of the fight that determines whether or not you're going to get the fire blast instantly or on time. Because 9 times out of 10, the spider will do a very specific setup where it'll throw a spider web and an attack or a fireball. Well, that didn't work. It'll do a spiderweb, fireball, and then physically attack you until it body slams. And it'll do that twice in succession before bathing the tunnel in fire. And then sometimes it will open with a couple of fireballs and then instantly fire the tunnel. Like the animation cycle. I'm gonna have to like look up my VOD about it. I'm pretty sure I made a VOD specifically about it. But I feel like I described it better back then. It works through second chance. Sheesh. Alright. I guess... Let's see if I can do the crystal lizards. A couple of crystal lizards that spawn down here, and we can just bait them into running into a wall if I'm good enough. There we go. This weapon seems to be good at keeping them at bay. Damn, man. This weapon's perfect for farming, it seems. I've never seen that amount of drops before. That's pretty good. I didn't even know that was a drop table possible for it to, or I didn't realize that grouping of items was possible for a drop from that one guy. Usually they drop only 2 items at a time. They usually never drop 4. That seems kind of busted, though. Their stupid rolling attack, the rolling one-handed R1s have iframes, so they just don't get staggered when they're doing them. And if they're two-handing them, oh lord, stay away from them. Hey, I broke her. What? I broke her shield or guard with 2 hits. I guess I can try parrying them. It's been a while since I've tried parrying them. Nah, they'd rather back off. Well, I got one, so I guess there's that. I don't need Dragonstone, though. They use the same weapon class as freaking garlic vinegar, so it's not like it's too hard to parry them. I'll go kill the one that's up here next. This guy has a lot of health too, so I'm pretty sure basically we're gonna finish him off. Yeah? It's time to follow up. I'm not even sure if you can parry the follow-up. Is horrible for time. So it's like literally every area of this game. You don't even have to chase this one really hard. He just sort of like does that. He almost always goes to the same spot to teleport. Reload again. Now, if I remember, this time he's not going to teleport right away. He's just going to sort of dead end. For some reason, when you reload, his AI does something different. Chunk of sharpstone. He's like the only one that I see do that. I mean, like, there's another crystal lizard in the game that just straight up doesn't act like the other ones, but it's fun to point out oddities, I guess. I'm not really sure why it does it the way that it does. That one does it, but I know the other one operates really weird too. Hey, at least they're not Dark Souls 2 lizards, where they just have a scripted direction that they go, and you can't stagger them. God, those lizards suck. I cannot stand the lizards in Dark Souls 2. They are literally the cheapest enemy in the entire series. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how they operate. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Oh, I see the second hit did more damage. Or did I physically strike him before then? I don't know. Did I? Okay, I didn't use it. Alright, let's get Patches out of here. Not even sure if I'm gonna... I don't ever buy anything from him, so it's not like...
Well, who'd have thought it? Bear bugs! My apologies. It's just not your day.
Oh no, it's not my day.
As promised, the treasure is all yours.
Treasure's all mine, huh?
If you survive, that is. Good luck to you.
I don't want a piece of stick for a weapon. Thanks. I'm just gonna stand right here. Well, that's literally never happened before. Patches, you alright in there? Yeah, he's fine. The windows are down, the radio's on. He's listening to his favorite song. He's fine. I'm gonna reload after I'm done to see if I can fix that. Because that's certainly not supposed to happen. You would think the bear bug landing on top of him would kill him instantly, but that's just not how this works. I forgot I have a button now, so I can highlight things. That's definitely a highlight for me. In a stream as boring as mine. I didn't realize how late it was. Still not even tired, which is stupid. Guess I'm just insomniac at this point. Whoop, I forgot. Good thing I came back. I almost forgot. There's a chunk right here that I can get for clear stone. In fact, I think I already have, what, 15? Yeah, I got enough shards. At least I think. I got a +2, so I need... No, wait, no, I probably need, like, one more shard. I'll just kill one more lizard. Luckily, there's 2 more lizards down here I can get. And I think I got an extra chunk, so it's not like I need a chunk, but I can always get it. These are the kind of things you see underwater in like deeper parts of the ocean. So it's kind of interesting to see them here near lava. I don't remember what they're called specifically. I'll have to look it up. You sound like a know-it-all the next time. I don't like the follow-up attack not hitting them the second time. There we go. Oh, I had way more than I needed. That's good, though. Let's just upgrade the bow. Because why not?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to reload. Hey, Patches is alright. Cool. He didn't die. You alright, Patches?
Well, I remember you. I'm glad I found you. Well,
I never leveled up. Whoops. I knew I forgot to do something.
What is it? Let the...
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended.
Now this weapon, I think, does strike damage. I don't think strike damage does very good against skellies. But the level of the weapon should more than make up for that, I think. +4 quality weapon. It's gonna Shrek these guys. Yeah, 420. That's pretty good. Also, I'm a dick to NPCs. So if you shoot Satsuki while he's sitting here, he will move. He just walks off. Seems like the developer from software knew that people would do that. The easiest way to deal with these guys is just bait them into hitting your shield. And then let them do a follow-up. That can be parried. 420 damage all day, every day. Oh, okay, this weapon does pretty good damage to them. That's an instability hit. If you hit them when they rebound off the shield, they do like an extra, I don't know, like 10 or 20 points to them. There is a counter hit mechanic, but it only works with weapons that do thrusting damage. Do I want? Yeah, I don't really need to save this guy. So I guess I'm just not gonna. Because usually I would save him on the way to getting a bow, but I just don't need to get the bow, so I'm not saving him. I have a +5 bow now, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna have him clear the rubble. If this were a speedrun, I could have just done the first part of the level, but I'll do this one instead, because it's a pretty good skip also. Hey, Gira. How goes it? He gave me the good opening. He also did. Normally they will just do that. They put up their sword to guard. Sometimes they'll just straight up attack you. But they gave me some leeway today. Wait, am I really going to two-cycle this boy out? No, almost. Did now. Got the bow, might as well use it, right? First time I actually thought about it. No oblige for emotional support. I think that's why I almost always free him, just for the support. Because he's such a cheery guy for a guy who robs the dead. Alright, so how powerful is this bow at +5 to the death boy? That's not bad. Great. Bow is super useful here, because several of the enemies are spawned in by death boys. I guess I don't need her Bane, but I want Patches back, I guess. You know what? No. We'll just leave Patches here. See you later, Patches. Patches his best husband do, but he's not worth. He's not worth. Alright, let's try the cool boy strats that I learned about in kindergarten. For our Dark Souls Academy of Demon Souls Academy of no-hit runs. So if we just unequip this ring and re-equip it real quick. It wouldn't do that normally. Don't worry, I have a backup. I'm gonna stand right here. Normally they both fall off, but I can never get it to happen consistently. I think it's because I'm not putting the ring on back. Not putting the ring on fast enough after taking it off. But yeah, generally the idea is you gotta put that ring on as fast as humanly possible. And he'll just roll right off the ledge near that pole. And it's way safer to just throw a soul remain right there. Yeah, that's Milty Milt taught me that. If he ever comes back. I think he's gonna come back streaming. He said one day he's gonna try streaming again. Not sure what though, but he's gonna definitely come back. Back to the king of Demon Souls speedrun or no-hit runs. I want to make sure I had no line of sight on those enemies. If they saw me, they could try shooting at me from afar. Alright. I'll come back and do this strat. I usually don't do it, but I have the bow, so I might as well. Since I opened that door right there, it spawns the death on the floor below. He's normally not there without it, or without the door being active. There's a chance I'm gonna get stabbed here in a second, but it's a chance I'm willing to take. Okay, I didn't get stabbed. The Reapers spawn the Shadow Men, but there are still a couple of unique Shadow Men that are just not bound to them. So sometimes you'll get backstabbed. It's a really useful strategy if you have a bow. And it prevents you from having to deal with this hallway of enemies right here. You could just, in theory, throw another soul remain to deal with them, but I feel like the bow is the safest bet because it just completely removes you from the situation. And this is the kind of game where you knowing how to deal with situations like they are, you know, like really there, saves you a lot of heartache. Or headache. I'll say headache. Like these little orbs that are flowing around, you can actually use them to kill the enemies here if you want. Really useful if you don't feel like case in point. That's just a sucker stone right there. Only suckers would fall for that. Like me. Falling for it so much. guys just had to have dropped something. Cool. I think that's like 6 or 7 of them by now. 7. Okay, that's more than enough. There's like maybe 6 or 7 of those guys left that I can kill, but I don't really need that many of them to clear the rest of the game. Plus, this boss isn't, you know, like overtly weak to sticky white stuff, but it does add about 10 to 15 points of damage to the weapon. So it's kind of worth in some sense, especially in like new game. So even his wild flailing, where he's trying to get his sights on you, doesn't have a hitbox, but that definitely did have a hitbox. I got a little greedy, but I knew I could because he can't kill me with a single hit unless I'm like in a counter state or something. But that definitely wasn't a counter state. State. I keep saying that. It's a stability state. If I'm in the middle of running, it means I'm in an unstable state, so he can do extra damage to me. He doesn't have a thrust attack, so he can't do counter damage. I think counter damage is actually higher than instability damage. Like, I think counter damage is like 30 as opposed to like an additional 10. Not entirely sure about. Don't mind me, I'm just talking out my ass and something I definitely don't know. I'm just going by a video for Dark Souls 3, which probably is kind of translatable to this. He is hiding the building. If you want to be really cheap, this attack goes right through walls. Literally. All day, every day. Normally I don't do this. I'm feeling extra cheap tonight. Don't stand too close. Otherwise his barb will go right over the wall and hit you in the head. Good thing he can't kill you with a single hit. Not only that, barb knocks you on your ass too, so he can't hit you when you're just in case. Careful. You can actually get stuck in some debris in this area, and you'll have to reload to get out. It's like roughly where I just landed. I've definitely got stuck there before. Yeah, that boss is easy enough.
Soul of the mind, key
Just
to
stand
life's
behind a
ether.
wall and wait for him to whiff.
Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. Amen thine.
Go and kill Flame Lurker and Dragon God. Hopefully I don't have too much trouble with this. Sometimes Flame Lurker just doesn't care and will just let me beat the shit out of him. And then sometimes he's just not having any of that. Sorry, buddy. Just not having any of that today. I don't know why. I was thinking of like Tiki Watiki from like the Thor Ragnarok movie. Made me laugh. I was hoping I can get like an extra chunk or something. Might as well since I'm on the way down. not having any of it today. He's just not having any of it today. Fucking shitty fight this time. Give me the 1-2, please. There it is. Fucking God, I hate that stupid backstab. God, I hate that attack so much. He just backstabs for days. He has no stamina. He literally has like infinite stamina. It's not even an attack necessarily, but you do damage. He does damage with it. It's like, why would the boss do damage with a backstab? I don't know. I overthink this stuff a lot, I think. It makes me go back to what I said about the Vanguard and the way that the Vanguard can do damage to you when he steps to the side. I think this weapon's probably gonna break rock really quick. Because I know the rock breaking... Rock breaking is dependent on weapon type. Some weapons do more damage than others. So I think the axe is in the same club as the same club. So it does pretty high rock damage. Well, I already have to sit here for a second. There we go. Memo to self, never do running attacks for those. It's just not worth. Don't be running when he does that. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be an issue. Pure Stone, first try, baby. Let's go. Now that's a run. Seriously, what the hell? Pure Stone, first try. I don't even need this ring anymore, so we'll just put this ring in its place. Extra damage for no reason. Now I just need to kill one more lizard, and I think I'll get enough chunks out of it. Let me make sure. Well, I don't actually think I need more chunks. I think I have enough. If I don't, I guess I'm just going to reload real quick. Let's do that. In case anybody's wondering, my character's named Firestick because I got killed by a dead angling Dregling in 1-1 on my last character. He was just right against the wall, and I was standing right behind him, and two-shot me. Yeah, it was 5 chunks. I remember now. I definitely need one more. Alright. I'm cheap, so I'm not going to use my other shard of Arcstone.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul out.
Mash that button. Just keep mashing. Get rid of all the rings I don't need.
Here.
Alright, let's go clear World 3 then. Oh, I guess that. Cool. I wasn't sure if he was gonna say or
Please help me.
he gave me the please help me too. Forgot to get the other key. Stream chat, you're supposed to tell me about this stuff. Okay? Kidding, but you know. Second I stand here, that fellow immediately starts walking. And he's dead now. What's next? I'm gonna do 4-1 skip.
Please
3-1 skip,
help me.
I should say. I wasn't expecting him to say anything to me there, but it happens. Every time he ends his dialogue, it eats your input, so you can't run for like 2 seconds. Sometimes and there are some floors where you can still get the dialogue cancel, which is really weird. Like, you're just a floor above him on this one. So maybe it's the other floor is a floor below him? That could be it. I think I'm on the 4th floor now. So that means he's on the 3rd floor. Something like that. Yeah, I'm on the 4th. I never really think about terms of floor number. I just sort of deal with it. Yeah, I think Demon Souls is really pretty here. It's the reason why I play it so much. I love doing that. Oh! It was a risk I was willing to take. That was 3rd floor. This is 2nd floor. These keys go to the 1st floor. Oh, no, this is the 2nd floor. So that means... Okay, so this is the 1st floor. This is definitely 1st floor. We'll go get silver gauntlets. We can always use some more souls. Plus, it's only like an extra 30 seconds to pick the weapon, pick them up. Well, I was going to pick them up. My soul. Oh no, he's doing the "What are those?" into Praise the Sun pose. What are those? Praise the sun. Or what is it? The boy meme, the one where SpongeBob puts his hands to his face and then points down. What are those? Not really sure why I picked up the Clever Rat Ring. I'm pretty sure this weapon with turpentine on it is going to one-cycle her. Because this is maxed out and I'm nearly at peak physical condition. All I need is 40 dex to complete it. In fact, I just realized I'm on the speedrunner build. Didn't even mean to, but I haven't done a permadeath run with an axe. I've done Dozer axe, but that's a great axe. As far as I can tell, this weapon is immaculate. I can see why speedrunners use it. It takes advantage of another ring. It does pretty decent base damage, even when it's not a... I'm trying to think. Even when it's not a straight sword. crashed too many times. Yeah, see, like I said, it won't cycles. I knew it would. I knew it would slap. But didn't even have to do my cheesy clever rat ring setup. She has so little HP, you could use a clever rat ring if your weapon doesn't do enough damage. In fact, I think this is probably one of the few weapons that I didn't have to do that. Just because of how optimized I've been with the run up to this point, I guess. I normally do things a little bit out of order, but today I just straight went from one end of the level to the other. Pretty sure this is going to do a lot of damage too. Oh, let's see if we get a spiral rapier just for shits and giggles.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, Scumcha, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Thanks for liking the stream. Enjoy your ay emote. It's not a Demon Souls emote, but it's an ay emote. So that's just as good. I feel like that was really loud. Was that too loud, the notification? Whoa, I wasn't pretending, I wasn't trying to guard on purpose, I just guarded. I'll take what I can get. I appreciate the support. I need to like make a sub goal of some sort so I can get more emotes. I only have 2 subscribers at the moment. Just 13 to go. And I think what I'll do is I'll play Dark Souls 2 if I hit 15 subs. It doesn't even matter when. I'm not going to do like a monthly thing. I'll just say the moment I hit 15, I'll do it. Because I've been meaning to play it, and I feel like getting another emote's a good enough reason. Then I'll have to think about what the next emote would be. Seems like a good idea. Damn, this weapon is so good. Holy smokes. I'm doing nearly 300 damage per hit. And that's because I'm using the freaking Master's Ring in conjunction. So cray-cray. And then he falls over. While I'm here, let's pop some souls. Because there's nothing else I want to use on. Spells and stuff are useful, but this run doesn't... I'm just not going to allow myself to use spells. Sticky stuff. 8 moon. Whoops. 8 moon. Oh. That's a lot of damage. Run past everybody, it's fine. What can they do? Get caught up in small bits of terrain, that's what they can do. They all bend to my will. Don't worry, the man-eaters are gonna equalize me. They always do. My fastest attempt on killing the man-eaters was like less than a minute. And that was because I used Running Firestorm. Don't tell your friends I said that though. I gotta look cool for the fans, obviously. Oh right, I gotta hide here. I don't want to get pot shot by this guy. There we go. There we go. Now we'll use my patented zigzag maneuver. Normally they go through the center, but I don't. See how that's different? Patented. Now, normally you can go right and risk being stabbed in the butt, but we'll just go left. Stand on the other side. They're less likely to follow you if you go around. I learned this from somebody else. See, look, there he is. Look at him. He thinks he's cool. Bye. That's fine. Stand in the corner here, don't get stabbed. If you stand right here, the guy floating at the top here will always drop. For those reasons. I was thinking about whether or not I want to get the Ring of Avarice. It takes maybe maybe 2 or 3 minutes to get it. At the same time, I think this build's pretty good. It's not like I need the souls. Plus, you get a lot of souls from killing man-eaters and the old monk anyway, so it's not like an extra 30% souls is going to be that big a difference. Though, when I think about it in the long run, it's like a matter of... These runs, it's like a matter of the difference between 10 levels. If you get the ring really, really early. But I haven't been using or relying on the ring. So, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Oh my god, I got the perfect red phantom. He was walking away. Now I can do this. Just abuse the hell out of him. Why you bully? Dang, it's almost 5 a.m. Alright, time to get bullied by the man-eaters. He's gonna either do an... He gave me the attack. Oh boy. Pinned? No, but he gave me the shit RNG, so hold on a sec while I wait for him to come down. That's fine. He's gonna fly away again. He's gonna do laser? He didn't do the laser. Nice. Boy. Gave me the good attacks. I.e., he didn't give me any attacks. Yeah, I know. I was gonna get hit there. I know I was gonna get hit there. Fine. They were very generous to me today. My god, this weapon is so flippin' good. I keep saying it over and over again. But yeah, this weapon is really good. Yeah, it's definitely a speedrun weapon. This puts magic to shame, I think. Alright, time to go learn the speedrun. Shouldn't be too hard. I know more or less half of the tricks. They didn't teach you that in speedrun class, did they? Well, I think most of the speedrunners, what they do is they run past this guy by doing a running R1. And it'll just move him right out of the way. But let's not do that, because I'm scared. One more of those centipede men. Oh, right. The official guide refers to these things as celebrity vermin. Whatever the hell that means. I think it means that most of the people that became those monsters were like famous people or something? I don't know, maybe it's like a rude nickname that the developers gave them. Smart boy rolling away from a backstab. What the hell? It's not every day he takes... I didn't even know he could do magic! Could you fucking leave me alone? At least bleed... At least bleed doesn't freaking affect the effectiveness of healing. Oof. He actually bled me to death. Oh, but yeah, I didn't know he could use magic. I've never seen him use magic other than the self-buff that he gets from the... Today I learned something, I guess. I've definitely never seen that. Yeah, that was pretty spooky. Also, what's up, Thor? How goes? Alright, last part of the tour, level 5. I have less inclination to go to level 5 because there's not as much stuff there that I can use. Relaxing. So far, I'm having pretty good time. I gotta say, man, I don't know why I didn't use this axe sooner. I keep praising it up and down ever since I started streaming. This axe is so good. Like, katana good. I feel like I got this run in the bag, really. Alant is pretty much the easiest boss for me. Don't worry, I say that because now he's gonna kick my ass. I need a jump. You gotta talk shit about a boss in this game so that they become more powerful. That's just how it works. Hey, 300 damage. From a single swing. Oh, I need to equip my fire bombs too. Oh wait, no, I can use my bow. I have a bow. Perfect. How did that not stagger me? What the hell was that? That attack should have straight up staggered me when I landed. Crazy. Do I still? Yeah, I still have my arrows equipped. Oh, I hit a guy in the back. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Thought I hit somebody in the very far back. Nope. Alright. Turpentine. This should be kind of easy. +5. And he did an attack he's not supposed to be doing at range. It's really weird. He should have been throwing out the muck ball, not the swings. Man, this shield is so good. Can't even upgrade it. It's literally a piece of crap shield, but it's so good. Because it just deflects that guy's attack. And it did little to no damage to me, which was pretty surprising. This is me switching one-handed to two-handed over and over again because you get a little bit of stamina back every time you do it. So you can run a little bit longer. There's the little Miss Lady walking through the swamp. He doesn't see me though, because I'm wearing the Thieves Ring, like a cool person would. Thieves Ring, literally best piece of equipment in the entire game. Get the cat ring here. I usually never have to use the cat ring, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll actually route a no damage route. I know it's technically possible. I'm not like a no-hit rat, I mean like no damage at all. So you're allowed to use shields and stuff. As long as the shield's able to block a specific type of damage, it's good. Poison should just be about run out. Though I might just make it cut off right now. Yeah, I'll just do it now. Alright, so technically I don't need to throw soul remains. I can literally just go around the outside. No, around the outside. But yeah, you can just walk on the very edge of this right here with the feast ring on. And pretty much the only guy who should really notice you is the shaman, and that's totally fine. Because for some reason the shaman hasn't... I guess he's just that close. And then we'll go around the outside again. We're going to go this way because we get dark moon grass. Instant heal grass. That cures all ailment. Sign me up. And then that happens. I was rolling in an attempt to not get hit by that, but it happened anyway because I didn't roll fast enough. Alright. Black turpentine, because black turpentine, that's it. How you can just knock a piece of his armor off. It just works.
Leave us, slayer of demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly.
You will not turn back, will you? I shall let no harm come to dearest Estrella. May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp.
Don't stand in front of him when he ends his dialogue like that, because then you can't parry that shit at him.
How dare you? You abandoned leave us be.
I messed up the dialogue and I messed up the timing. My God, this is just so broken. Alright, well he's dead when I swing again.
Destroyer.
Twice apparently. Apparently he was. I forgot because he's a player character. He's generated like the player character. He doesn't get damaged when he's getting up. So you gotta swing a couple of extra times. Unlike all the enemies in the game. You can hit the enemies when they're getting up. I should have been a real creep and shot her with a bunch of arrows so you could hear what she has to say if you kill her first. Because they both have their own dialogue.
That soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the out.
Alright, time to go finish the game. Oh, I forgot. I got the new shield, so let's use that instead. The shield's way better. Higher stability, higher base defense, or damage reduction. Just everything better. And I got it from that nice fellow named Garlic Vinegar. Oh, snap. I got Lucky Dragon. Didn't have to wait for his slow ass. Depending on the direction he's facing out over the town over there, you get more time. Because it takes him longer to swoop back around to do his fire attacks. Usually he's set right immediately to come and attack you. I don't know why he wasn't today. Really interesting, I guess. Ow! Wait. You guys stop? Oh, it's those guys. My mistake. I was being rude. Oh, I forgot to set my hotbar up. I think black turpentine will be fine. Yeah, soul remains will work. Not one of those around here, now that I think about it. Guess I'll just pop it here. You get so little time to do it when you walk into the fight, because they're just attacking you immediately. Boy, I get the bad. Should be like almost, yeah, there it is. If I hit just the right angle, it would have one-shot him. keep walking a second. Sometimes those guys still attack you when they're dead. Like, they'll get off their attack and then they'll immediately fall over when they're done. Well, time to go bully the rest of the game. Yikes. Dare I try the speed strat? Yeah, let's try it. What's the worst I could lose? Everything, really, but for fun. First try. Put these axe boys to shame. Time for some 420 blaze it. 1 and 2. Sacred daggers, huh? Okay, Kona, brother. Outplayed. Well, I could probably just run through the majority of the level now. Yeah, just run through the majority of it now. Whoa, he got a hit. He's pretty good. Hey, don't do that. $420 damage. Nice. I didn't save Ostrava, so his event doesn't spawn. I kill him because he gives me guaranteed new moon grass. All right. I guess we'll just go back up. It's faster, or it's safer to just go upward, up the top path rather than the bottom path. Because you got less enemies to contend with on this path. I mean, yeah, sure, you got a bunch of crossbow guys, but their aim's not exactly 100%. Here you go. Play with that. My God. Thanks. Thanks. Well, I was gonna throw a soul remain, but putting his shield up also works. Holy game, 3 hits to be made. Oh God, he actually got me. But he didn't do his full damage. That's really weird. Normally that's like 90% damage right there. Or like 90% max health. But I got lucky today. We'll level up one more time, just for the heck of it, I guess. Maximum damage incoming.
That soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Almost.
I'll got-
Almost 40 dexterity. That wasn't full damage for whatever reason. Oh, he didn't give me anything. I'm gonna let the Drake kill the first guy. There is a safe-ish way of doing this, but I honestly never remember how to do it consistently, so there is a good probability, there's a good chance I'm gonna take it. That's why you have Dark Moongrass set up. I'll wait one more. So if you wait, run after his breath, like this, he will still be attacking that direction. He's gonna hit me, I think, because I messed up the timing. I didn't get hit! Perfect execution. Totally meant to do that. That's what I meant to do, anyway. And then, it's the same thing here. You could theoretically run and just keep running. But I'm not good enough. So I'm just gonna stand here and bait him into doing a specific attack. So he goes from left to right. And now he's gonna go left to right. Chance he can attack underneath him, but that string is set so he always goes left to right and then right to left, or right to left and vice versa and stuff. And then Ostrava just spawns because he does. He gave me the good attack, so I guess we're fine. While we're at it, two dudes, and two dudes. Man-powered elevator. Greatest elevator service in all of Boltar. Nothing for the best, or nothing but the best for King Galant's guests. 6 manpower elevator. I think that's like equivalent to 1 horsepower. Not really sure. Don't need these anymore. Now I'm gonna be another scumbag. I'm gonna do another scumbag trick because I like doing it. Or, that's not the scumbag trick. Disregard. Alright, so if you just walk forward right here, just sit here for a second, take a break, check chat. See, I'm just talking to myself. It's totally fine. Nobody watches Demon Souls anyway, so. Oh, you can just sit here. He loses interest. So you see he's got his back turned to me now. So we can just walk right here. It doesn't have to be here. You can be closer if you want. Every time he does his attack, he takes instability damage, so it does slightly more damage. And that's a launch.
How did you do?
For whatever reason, Alant has a different voice there than he does when you fight him. I don't know why. Like completely different voice actors. So I've been thinking about using webcam again. I'm not really sure if that would add or detract from this stream. What's your opinion on it? Would you like to see a scruffy looking angry man play video games with a webcam on?
You have been chosen by the Old One. Shalt thou
I've been
seek
told I
everlasting
scowl.
demon souls? Surely you have seen for yourself. Suffering that fills this world. With poison with poisons. God is merciful. Created the Old One.
Lord!
You feed our souls. Put an end to no one.
I don't even need the weapon, but I'm getting it. Because I don't kill her enough. I usually just save waifu, but today we're not going to save waifu. My choice. Pretty indifferent to the cam. I was thinking I'm not very much for cams either. I have no preference myself. I have a webcam. I used it on occasion, but most of the time I just don't use it. Mostly because I'm a very inanimate person, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not a very expressive person with my face. So it feels like I would just be like caving into generals and stuff like that. Yeah, I did. Let me load this real quick. I do this at the end of my runs just so I can verify them. Two people on US, 2 people in Europe. I feel like that was a pretty good run. No real big hiccups, except for the old monk, which was very surprising. The old monk never gives me trouble. He gave me trouble today. As Monka, did you know that the old monk actually has a spell? He actually used Soul Ray. It was really weird. I'm gonna have to go look at the wiki. Other than the homing stuff, no. Oh, that's a surprise. Yeah, he used a Soul Ray attack on me. I've never seen him do that before. There we are, no deaths. Shortest run ever.